Hey everyone, I'm back. Kiev W who cares? I have teleported myself up here to do some Ascension grids, another set of like randomized from a set puzzles. I'm gonna do a couple of these, probably not all the ones in here, and then hit the rest of this area. Oh, hold on, I've got some bonuses to claim. It's just all sparks. How are we in sparks then? It goes in. No, it doesn't go in here. It goes in here. 18,000? It's not enough yet for... I'm trying to think, like, can I buy the really expensive stuff? Or was it on the clothing? Was the 20,000? Yeah, there's still a 20,000 thing to buy. I will wait till I have 20,000. Here's a 4-star puzzle to do. All dark areas have the same shape and size. Okay. So, obviously this is going to have to be rotated to make this 2 work. The 2 is going to have to be this piece. So, it has to move this way, and then either there or there. So that, I think, is guaranteed. Either that one or that one, not sure yet. Now, to get 3, it has to be... Hold on, which piece sees 3? This piece sees 3. This one sees 2. This one sees 4. This one sees 4. This one sees 2. Oh, hold on a second. No! I made an assumption here. This could also be this piece here. That also works. This one, though, must be the piece here. And it has to be... It can't be going this direction. Because, yeah, it has to be going this direction. And so, it either that or this. But it has to be like so. Which means that is now how the piece is. Okay, so the 4 is this one or the central piece. It's not going to be this central piece. The reason is, if it is, it has to be a T-shape around it, and then this final bit would have to come up one of the sides. So it is, in fact, this L shape. It has to be in the corner of the L shape, so it has to be like this. I think I'm doing this right. Now this piece has to come out, but I'm not sure which part of the F shape it is. This is an okay thing to do, right? No, because if I block this, how do I make the F shape here? Yeah, it would... Huh. So this has to be blocked somehow. So it's this or that. I think that piece has to be done. Anything else I can glean from this? This 4 must be... It can be the T shape. It can be the T part of it here. It can be... Oh, it's so many different arrangements. It can also be the L shape. I don't know. Not that way. That way. Anything else I can work out? This can't be a dark cell because we can't fit the F shape there. So this is how we block here. We're going to have to stop it there. We have just this L. So here, is there any other way we can do? I think this is the only way to fit the F shape in. Now, if we do this, that's fine. We could somehow put... Yeah. If this is a... Anyway, both of these are? No, because if I do this, the F shape, it has to fit in a 3x3 square. So if I make both of these dark, the 4 will never make it out. Even like this, it wouldn't work. So this actually has to be a light cell. Is there a world... Hold on, is there a world where this is blocked? That's possible. There's also a world where we have it like this. Ah, but now... What do we do here? So no. No to that. So I think this is how we're going to have to do it. But now I got to figure out how to fit like this, and then, you know what I mean? Like I have to fit a couple of these in. Actually, this works. This totally works. Right? Yeah, that works. No, it's the wrong piece. It's that piece. There we go. Aha! That actually wasn't too bad. It was kind of cool. I like that one. That's got to be a piece. We can't make 3 in a row white. Alright. And we can't make squares of dark, but we do have to connect all dark cells. Great. So this is all forced as well. I don't have to make every single white cell touch a symbol, which is good. Now what? Huh. The 4 can't... Can't do that. I could do this. No. No, I can't do that. Actually, hold on. If this is dark, we're screwed. So that is a light, which means I do have to put a dark cell there. One of these two's got to be it. If this is light, we're going to have trouble with the 4. Yeah. So I think that's dark, and then the 4 goes here. And I think it's got to come around this way. And then there. Interesting puzzle. How about you? Exactly 1 symbol per dark area. Okay. So I've got to get... This will automatically ruin me. Well, this doesn't matter. It's not symmetrical this way. This will... How about here? I could do this. In here. I'm trying to think. The 5. The 5s go on this. That's annoying. So, only 2 in this spot. If I were to put this place... If I made this, though, I'd have to be like this. I could do it this way. I could... no. I would have to do... Hold on, how do I make this... Do it this way? No, I don't. Hold on a second. Let me think about this too. If I do it this way, I can get the 2. Which means I can't put any of those in place. I have to do this. I would have to do this, which means I'd have to do this as well. Which means I have to fill in these spaces like so. There we go. That's how it's done. Couple more. Don't make dominoes. Okay, exactly 1 symbol for light area. Huh. Well then, who's going to be up here? If this is a light cell, this is where it could go, but then we'd be in kind of some trouble here. Well, I could do it that way. I'm just trying stuff out right now. Who goes down here? Is it you? Is that it? Just guessed it correctly? Cool, I'll take it. All dark areas have same shape and size. Gotta make an L. This can't be a dark cell because there's no way to make an L from this. So there's your L. This also can't be because I can't make an L from it. There's your L. No. How about... There's your L. This feels wrong. Can't be this. Yeah, there's no way to make the L here. Well, if I did this, we'd be in trouble. So I think I have to make the L here. I think this works. Yeah. Neat. One more. Maybe. Don't make... okay, so we can't put black cells between white. Or at least we can't just a single one. It's irritating. Let's connect all white cells. That means if I have a dark cell, so with this 2, for instance, if I go this direction, I would have to put a dark cell here as well. That makes sense. I'd have to put a dark cell there as well. Which would force me to do this. And that. And that. Then this as well. Then that as well. This makes sense? I feel like I'm just... It's a huge guess happening here. What if I moved up this way? I would have to do these. And that. Yeah. Basically big blocks of these. This works so far, but it's still kind of like, I don't know if I'm doing this right at all. Yeah, so this would have to be... Oh, man. This seems to be working just fine. Oh, no. No, this doesn't. So we go all the way back to the beginning here, and let's deal with this. So what if you go... Oh, so this can't go that way, just generally. Which means these two have to be dark. What if we went this way? That's what we gotta do. I had this piece. Well, if this is a dark cell, this would be a dark cell. And if this is a light cell, that's still a dark cell, right? Yeah. So that's a dark cell no matter what. If this is a light cell, yeah, that's gotta be a dark cell, so that's done. That's done. So we got a really similar setup going on here. That's gonna be a dark cell. Any spots here that... That's gotta be light, which means that's gotta be dark. That's gotta be light, which means that has to be. Either one of these could be. Either one of those could be. Well, if this is a dark cell, this also has to be. And if this is a light cell, that's got to be dark. So that's a dark cell there. Or that. So both have to be... If these are both light cells, we'd have to do this, which means the light would have to come through here. I think this is it. That was kind of weird. Okay, I'm not touching that 5-star. We're going to go head down into Lucent Waters and just do some other random puzzles. Oh, look, there's a puzzle radar I can grab. Let's see if we can grab some hidden objects. That's what I'm looking for, is hidden things. These are all logic grids. Rings. I got a couple. Another one over here. Hidden cube is over this direction. the others. Got some rings this way. That's just matchbox. Telling me where the matchboxes isn't helpful unless I am down to only a few of them, because it doesn't tell me which matchboxes they are. It just tells me there's a box there. So unless I'm specifically looking for one box... Alright, I got a bunch of hidden cubes this way. Let's see if I have enough time to find them. It's going to be up here. There we go. And we got one of these guys. How do we... Okay. I gotta make it like... I gotta... Where's the... Like... Where's... I'm kind of looking at these three... Trying to make those spirals the way it says, but... Kind of feels like this is it. Right? Kind of feels like I'm in the ballpark here. But I'm not. Apparently I've got to do it. Oh, hold on. I got to get them turned this way. Sure, why not? That was almost a puzzle. What's that? Oh, it's just a matchbox. It was just glowing in a weird way. Well, kinda seems obvious here. Tiles remaining 2. What? Only 2 tiles remaining? Is it these 2? What? Oh, because it can go out either side. I see. It's stupid. Okay. Where's that one go? Kind of seems like we're just making this, this pattern. There's a ring up there. Whoa. Floaty jump. That's done. All dark regions of area 2, huh? Oh. Huh, hold on. There it is. Alright. Oh, we're going back across. And where'd he go? Where did he go? Okay, he went up there. Kind of annoying, but I'll take it. There's the other spider. Spooter. Okay, it's gonna be this pattern. Spooter to spooter. Oh, interesting. And that goes to the green one there. Yeah. You thought you could trick me. Alright, Sightseer, that is definitely over here. I'm looking down inside this building. From the top. From here, maybe? I need to see the short pillar more like here. Kind of seems like the spot I should be here. There. I just needed to be a little bit more precise in my angle. Yeah, another sort of downside of Sightseers is the level of precision on the angle. It's necessary. If you didn't have that level of precision on it, the puzzle would be not just too easy, but it would be set up in such a way that you would solve it a lot without really knowing what you're doing. Connect all dark cells, sure. It's gotta go there. Oops, it's gotta go there. Let's connect all dark cells. Time. This can't be a light cell? No, it can. Can this be a dark cell? Yeah. No, if this is a dark cell, yeah, you're in trouble, so that's gotta be light. If this is a dark cell, that would force a light cell there. If this is a dark cell, we force a light cell in that spot. We can't make 4 in a row, actually, so never mind. It's gotta come out through here. This is 10? Yeah, not too bad. Hey, let's do everyone's favorites, one of these. It already looks pretty close to correct, so I don't know what the deal is here. Okay, I'm glad that one worked out. That probably just needs to move over. Do we just move this one over? Feels like we just move... Maybe we just move this one over. And now we should be able to get the rest of it pretty easily. That works. Well, that was easy twice. 2 times, 3 times. What's going on here? Are they all right over there? It's got to be... Oh. Usually you make me look harder for them. How about one, like, up on this arch? Maybe. There could be one on top of the building like I see right there. No, that's a puzzle. Ooh, hold on. Where's that go? Looks like the arch doesn't quite go up top, so there's nothing up there. So this 4th one's hidden hidden much better. Nice. So I'm looking for that, ooh, this... Is it from over here? Am I looking at something? Or am I looking at it from this top area? Yeah. Sometimes the leitmotif projects itself onto the back of what you're looking at. So that, yeah, this is the one. So that it goes not just onto this side of the wall, but it also kind of appears on the other side. Yeah, see how it does that? I suppose that could make it nice, easier to follow sort of the direction sometimes, but other times it just makes it confusing. I don't know which side I'm supposed to be on. Like this right here. Am I looking at this from down below this way, or do I have to get up on top? Feels like you gotta be on top for that one, but where? Actually, it looks like it's moving outward this way, so I'd actually have to be somewhere... Oh yeah, over on this side. That's a huge leitmotif. Wait, where do I gotta stand? Over there? Oh, down here? Yeah, down here. That's weird. Yeah, that one spread way out. Alright, we can't connect any of these to each other. That's done. That's done. Hey, nice ring. That one's already solved, which is nice, so I don't have to solve it. Actually, how many of those have I done? They're like here. 63 out of 99. Ooh boy, so close to 2/3. Let's get an angle where I can see that. Here, and now I can't see the green one, thank you. Let's just keep on wandering around. I like wandering. We'll see. I see a glide ring there I can hit. Right down here. There's a lot of glide rings in this area, I think, according to the, well, according to the game, it tells you how many there are total, but I think also just how many there are today. Ooh. Oh, no, there's only 5 to 64 in this area. I think it's might be the place with the most. Serene Deluge might have more, but I'm not sure. Connect dark and light cells. Well, this has to happen. Which means we have to do this. Which means we have to do. Oh, hold on a second. This can't be right. We do this. Could we? No, we can't. We have to do this. There's no way around that because they both have to connect. Which means this has to go here. I think we can do it this way though. That's how we're supposed to do it. Connect all dark cells. No branching paths, and no 4 in a row. Okay. Is it just gonna be this sort of thing? Oh. Yep. Hey, another hidden pentad time. I feel like hidden pentads might be the puzzle type I finish off first, just because they're very easy to find. There's these big pillars in the middle of the world. It's really hard to miss them. So if there's anything I'm going to 100% first, it is going to be the hidden pentads. I think that's what's going to be 100% at first. I'm going to try to do this without following the shrinking bubble. But I don't know. Is it just like underneath? That would be a really cool hiding spot, right? No. Sometimes. Oh, okay. It's in the tree. Good job. You got me. Where is the friend for that piece? It's not the one way over there, is it? No, that is very different from that. Oh, that's good. In the tree. Well done. Connect dark and light. That's given. Ooh boy. That? No, it can't be that. It's got... This can't be right. Hold on a second. Because it can't go this way. So it's got to connect around this side, right? Because it's on the edge. If it's connecting this edge, we have a problem. So we have to connect this direction, which means we have to do this. That's how you do it. Okay. What about you? Where you got the green one? Hold on, I do see a ring though. And I missed it because I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at the game. Alright, try again. Hold on. I have to get that to the... I gotta get an angle to see both of these. Maybe from up here. This angle we'll see. Wait, what? Those are different? What's different about this one? They look the same from here. Oh, it doesn't have the curl on the bottom. Okay. I see. Baited. I need to be up top there. Oh, there's another hidden pentad. What do I got to stand for this? Isn't... That might be the piece over here. Hold on. There to there. Ah, I gotta stand here. Alright, let's get this hidden pentad and then see about the other matchbox. Okay, anything up here? Make sure there's not. Before I jump way down. I see one down here. It's not letting me grab it. It's right there. Thank you. Wow, this really goes down far. Robert, it goes down. What about up here somewhere? There. Whoa, there's another one. Still don't know where the green is for this this piece. Not like around this corner, is it? Oh, it's down there. I don't know if it's down this far. Maybe it's up higher. Hold on, I hear a cube. Ah, there it is. There it is. Ah. Ah! Stop floating around. It's collision in this game. Ah. There we go. Oh, right there. Neat. Interesting how the hidden pentad like affects the sound, like puts some kind of filter on top of it. That is looking down at the building from... Is it just right here? Yeah. Thank goodness that one wasn't more complicated. Oh? What about you? Looking at the other side of the river? Yeah, we are. That one's already complete. Let's do a music puzzle, shall we? Yeah, there you go. I've done enough of the drum ones to know that the bottom is always the bass, the second one's always the snare, the third one's always the click, and the fourth one's always the cymbal. That's why I knew that. Or maybe because I'm just magic or a genius. You can also believe one of those two things if you like. Okay, this is going to be irritating. I'm predicting it. The pieces are all close to each other, and there's a lot of collision to deal with. But I'll take that. Is this, you have to hit every single one? Yeah, so I think we're gonna go through... Actually, I think this one's just gonna play itself. Looks like it. Yeah. I mean, I guessed the correct direction to start with, but... Oh, that's where you stand. Neat. Those are not related to each other. Yep, Riverland Bridge, I know. Mysterious hidden cubes. Well, that's not going to happen. Gotta connect all dark cells, apparently. Either way. This is a dead end, this is a dead end. This would be the end. So we have to do it this way. We can go this... Is there any way that this is not? No, I think that has to be a dark cell. That's gotta be. We gotta go around this way. There's just no getting around it. And then we gotta do that. Got some more flow orbs over here. 4 flow orbs. I see 3. Where's the 4th one? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's over there. So 1, 2. Ah! Floaty jumping. Let's try that again. Almost. There we go, I'll take it. And we'll head down to the Wildwood, Shady Wildwood. Haven't been there in ages. Shiora time. I see a guy over there. Let's see if I can get him without. There we go. This will be fun. Area numbers. Well, this is going to have to be dark, so that's going to be blocked. That's got to be that. That's not going to work, so that's black. Yeah, that's got to be black as well. That's got to be blocked. No, that's not going to work, so I think like this. There was a light motif on this wall. Pretty sure I got to stand down here to get... This is interesting because I'm missing a piece of this. But I'm definitely able to do it even though it's missing a piece. Don't make squares. Connect all dark cells. Exactly 1 symbol per light area. So, we're talking this. Well, we can't have these, so at least one of these is white. It's not going to come from either of these two. So perhaps it's going to come from there. Like this. Ah, this isn't going to work. Hold on, this is going to work though. No! Damn it. It's so floaty. There we go. Okay, oh, another leitmotif, this time from down here, I think? From here, maybe? There. And that piece has to go to the one over here. I think that's, yeah, that's a little bit of the easy side, but I'll take it. Then that. One more perspective piece, and I will have another upgrade. Really? All numbers are off by one, so they're all ones, I guess. That's not irritating at all. So let's just say those are white. Yeah. Yeah, that works. It's fine, I guess, for a puzzle. So I can move this, and then it's not really a lot I can do. Like getting this on the other side, just allow me to move it out of the way there. I gotta imagine that if you are a person who wants to watch these videos, because I guess you got nothing else to do with your life, some of these puzzles you are going to see the answer way faster than I do, and it's probably somewhat frustrating to watch me do a bad job. This isn't going to be... I need to get this... Is there any way to get this down further? Is there any way to get this on the other side? This... No, it's like... This just moves in. That's not... This could be an example. You might be looking at this and going, the solution is so obvious, you stupid idiot. I need to get you out of here. How do I get you out of here? Is there any way to get... Here, I guess, is the only way to swap these, but still not helpful. The only way to get... This isn't helpful either. Hold on, where's the starting position? I'm gonna move these. If I move this up, like that seems to be the way to go, is to get this up. But why would I want to do that? Is it just to swap down here? This piece, whatever happens, needs to move to the left. Which is done here, but now we're stuck. Maybe if I swap the pieces first, and then try the same thing. There we go. That's what it's got to be. That's supposed to be a melody I'm meant to recognize? Da-na-na, da-na-na-na. I don't know. Okay, two. Ah, here we go. Now we're in time. 45 minutes in. I will keep going. Ah! Puzzle radar. I can use that in a moment to help me find out why my frame rate is dropping. I can use that in a moment. Oh, hold on. Let's grab vintage Obley's gloves and an Echo of Time. Thank goodness we can read some more lore. When the maelstrom settled, my realm was dusted with new life. For a time I stared at the fracture, now calm and serene, its blue light glimmering in my eyes. I stooped over my garden, casting it in shadow, yet illuminating it with a different light. I burned with happiness. Wandering echoes flickered and danced in the hollows of my cheeks. Do you think they are a bit daft? Asked Obley. Not at all. Indeed, they were unlike Obley, less formed, for he had been pulled into the known by my own hand. Perhaps I will give them human form so they may walk upon the memories of Earth and know its beauty. I searched across my garden and found an echo flitting about the trees. Come here, little Amia. Alright, I guess. So, there's the gloves. The Obley's gloves I can do? No, I can't. Apparently not. Alright, well, let's, I'm gonna buy the last bit of this. Haha! This color matches better. This color's not bad, though. Okay. We're looking for things like rings. Things like hidden cubes I see this direction. Where'd it go? This way? It's up here. There. Some more archways. I mean, I don't usually have trouble finding archways, but it is nice to be able to pinpoint and go for them. I've got some cubes this way. By some, I mean one. Oh. There's another one over here I think I can make it to before I run out of time. Any other ones? Got an archway this way, but that's about all I can see. And another one there. Excellent. Alright, help me find hidden objects. That's important. Oh, I should probably look at that. Oh, another Echo of Time. Hold on. This is important. We have to remember what we just read. When I sought to end my sorrows, I never thought I would gain a third. It came with subtle shifts in the sky, the delicate web of fissures surrounding the fracture rippled and frayed. A tremor quivered in the midst of my garden, then all was still again. I knew not when the rupture would occur, but I knew enough to grasp its inevitability. I also knew that I would not be strong enough to save the known realm once again. I cupped my hands beneath my floating garden and looked at the tiny lives within, the Pneuma on their seekers' journeys, gathering the ancient energy, not the keepers of the known, but the keepers of its fate. Now, I sometimes wonder, like, if the lore was meant to mean anything, because it really is meaningless. Connect all dark cells, exactly one symbol per light area. Okay, is there any reason why I can't just do this? One symbol per light area does mean I have to make this happen. Which means that's got to be a dark cell, because we got to connect it here. So 6 does have to come out. I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, no squares. Okay, so how do I make that not a thing? Like that. How about this puzzle? All dark regions of area 5. Well, that's pretty much... All light regions of area 4. There. I think it's gotta be this, and then, yeah. Alright, memory grid time. This is a 1 difficulty grid? What? I hate these so much. It's this particular pattern is really, really difficult to grasp in its totality, but not in a way that's interesting. It's not like, oh wow, that makes the puzzle fun. It is irritating to do this. Look at this. I think those are all black. I think those are black. And there's all black there. I think that's that, and then there. So you know what? I'm gonna guess that we have a pattern. But the thing is, this pattern is not. It's not possible to get it from looking at it this way. Like, you're not going to get that pattern from it. It's being spread out in such a way that's really hard to read. So it's not a 1 difficulty. It's also not fun. I mean, I've gone over that before. Memory grids, I think there should be 10 in the game total. 10 memory grids, the whole thing, because that's as much as you can do with that. Unless you want to revamp how memory grids work. But the way that they're done in the game is pretty bad. Not the worst puzzle type. That easily goes to morphic fractals. Morphic fractals are the only type that are an absolute failure of puzzle design. Memory grids just... You can only really make 1 memory grid. It's not a failure of a puzzle, but you only get 1. So do I have to look through... I gotta look through 1 of these. Is it this one? It's this one. Yeah, memory grids just are extremely limited. Like Shy Aura is another one where it's not necessarily a bad, like, puzzle type, although Shy Aura being a puzzle is pretty much a stretch, but you can only do like 10 or 12 of them before you kind of get it. There's really not much new you can do with them. Or at least the game doesn't do much new with them. Same with these Wandering Echoes. There's about 20 or 30 kinds of Wandering Echoes you can do, after which is just, okay, I don't get this. Why are we just going in a circle? Alright. There's only so many of those puzzle types versus, say, a rolling block where there are hundreds, thousands of rolling block puzzles you could make. You're going to run out of space in no time. I think we gotta go this way. Okay. One of the easier ones. Or shifting mosaics. You can make thousands of those. I've got to somehow just get all these pieces out of the way. So I think I gotta start by moving them through here. No, this is back where I started. I think maybe... No, this isn't going to get me something. I can't get enough space to work with here. No, I can. I can get enough space. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why I think Shy Auras and memory grids and all that should have only had like a dozen or so puzzles in the whole game, and then that was that. Because otherwise it's just taking up space. It's not really adding anything new. There's no interesting ideas beyond the first dozen or so. There probably could have been, but the developers just kind of stuck with the basic form of those puzzles. I wonder if this just goes up really, really high. Hold on. There's one. Oh, maybe around the back side of this thing? No, there's nothing out here. I would have thought that would have been a perfect place to hide a relic. Such as out here. But apparently not. Apparently I have been bamboozled. There's one there. I think there's something on this pillar as well. Whoa. Did I see one? I don't think I did. No, I did not. There are some matchboxes here, so I know that one goes there. Maybe there's something down here I missed? Doesn't really look like it. I wonder why that waterfall looks like it is only like 3 frames a second. Whereas the rest of the game is not like that. Alright. Let's let the bubble shrink on this one a bit. Let's do this wonderful memory grid. Okay. Not very interesting. What was the other thing I saw? I think it was down here. Oh no, it's just right here. It's a basic dial. Oh man. Okay, so let's start with getting the green. Let's get red and blue, I guess. Oh, hold on. There we go, and let's get the cyan in place. We're good. Phasic dial's another one where there should be a lot less of them. I don't think there should only be like 10 or 12 of them. I think you can get about 20 to 30 good phasic dial puzzles. But there's hundreds and hundreds, and after a while they just kind of feel like the same thing. See where the circle's shrinking to. I feel like it's going to be on this edge somewhere because that's where the... Yeah, it's... God, that's irritating to look at though. Oh, it's just inside the building. There we are. Florbs? Florb's another one I feel like there should be a little less of, but there still are lots of possibilities. I just think there should have been less of this kind of stuff, because this is just really irritating to work with. Where's the last one here? Can I reach it from down here? No, I can't. So we're going to have to try that again. I think we're going to have to try it from up this end. Okay. Because the thing is, the best way to do this is just to have one, like, fluid motion of flight. But it's not really going to be possible with this much edge collision. Know what I mean? Alright, that's all. Okay. Oh, do I have to fly to him? I think I have to fly to him. Alright. Yeah, like that flow orb wasn't terrible, but because it's all on the cliff side, it means that you're constantly dealing with the collision and the really tight movement that this game really isn't suited for. Okay, that's back in this building. I think looking at it from this side, so let's get over here. No, it's got to be more... Ooh. There. Alright, so let's get that leitmotif, though. I do see I got to be standing in this corner over here and looking that way. This other one... How's that gonna go? Because I'm looking at it. Is it gonna come from a side over here, maybe? We just see a bit of it. Hold on, got an arch in the way. Or is it gonna be seen from up on top? No. Oops, I actually might be seen from the other end, like outside of the structure, whatever we call this structure. Yeah, and then it's... Wait, hold on, no, it's gonna be... Oh, this is a different one. This is a different one. This... It makes me think it's from up high in the air. Okay, this definitely has gotta go. I get this here. Yeah. Maybe we go and see if there's anything up here. I do see a shy aura. We can try. I think I gotta sneak. Okay. Arch. So looking down, I don't think so. I'm wondering where it's got to be from. 6, 2, 4. Well, I think this has to go down at least once. This is forced. That's done. Viewpoint. That's done. That's gotta be... Oops, that's gotta be white. Which means... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gotta go up, and it's gotta be... That's done. And then... Done. So... It's not that angle. It might be an angle from over here. Yep, there it is, from down here. That gets it. That was the thing I was looking for. Excellent. Anything else in this area that I was neglecting? Here's a little puzzle down here. No, it isn't. I just want to clean this out and then be done. Here, let's do this rolling block. That'll clean this area out, because that one is done. That phasic dial's done. Okay, so how do I get to that space? If I move down, it's over. So I gotta move over once more and do this. I think I gotta move it this way. Now, I've gotta get... So I've gotta move all the way over. Oh, this one's not too bad. Cool, and with that, I'm gonna end things. I mean, in the game, not in real life. I'm actually happy where I am. Thank you very much. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you much for watching, and have a good day.